morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I am Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Friday, December 8th, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. We'll get to how Brock Purdy is handling all the MVP chatter in a minute, but we begin, as we do every show, with the injury report. One change from yesterday, but unfortunately for the 49ers, it is not a good one. Ray McLeod has been downgraded from limited to out, at least in terms of practice, but that's clearly trending in the wrong direction. We'll see if he can gut it out on Sunday. Everything else unchanged. No practice for Eric Armstead. No practice for Spencer Burford, Ross Dwelly, Darrell Luter, Elijah Mitchell, and Trent Williams, although Trent Williams is just resting, although it is, for the second straight day. Keep an eye on that. Now, to the audio portion of the show today. Brock Purdy, you're the betting favorite for MVP. How are you handling all that?
Nothing's changed. Yeah, I'm about my process in my week this week against the Seahawks, and that's it. So,
all right, fine. Let's talk about the Seahawks then. You guys just killed the Eagles, so you're not going to have any problem with Seattle, right?
they can make plays. They're smart. They play a bend but don't break kind of defense, and so it's always a challenge when we play them every single time. It's not like, oh, we've beaten them, so we're just going to walk in this game. It's not like that, man. It's the NFL. They're a team right now who needs to win, and so do we, and it's going to be a dogfight like it always is. So we respect the heck out of Seattle, and anytime we play them, we know it's always going to be a dogfight.
He is so full of it. He is such an aw shucks guy off the field. And then he gets on the field and he's throwing darts all over the place and pounding his chest. He's like a completely different player on the field. Frankly, I love it, but I have noticed a bit of a difference there. Now, one more soundbite for you. It's actually Steve Wilks, defensive coordinator. He always gives a statement before he takes questions in his weekly press conference. This week, he wanted to give credit to one specific part of his defense.
I think there's a position group that gets overlooked quite a bit in the secondary. They're playing phenomenal football, and I want to make sure that I recognize those guys with the performance that they have played with the last several weeks. You know, I think Mooney is doing an outstanding job, trying to mirror and follow the top receiver. Demo is being able to kick inside and play nickel because of the play that we're getting out of Ambry and stepping in and performing at a high level. So kudos to those guys. And on the back end, you talk about Gibb, the leader back there, along with Jair, who has stepped up since Huff has been out. Those guys are playing well. And it's going to be a difficult task this week. A lot of respect for Pete Carroll and that coaching staff. Thanksgiving Day game has nothing to do with our performance and how we're going to play on Sunday, nor does last week. We gotta go earn this one.
The 49ers have given up just 10.5 points on defense since the bye week, and that is thanks in no small part to the secondary. San Francisco had multiple coverage sacks on Sunday against the Eagles, so nice to see those guys get a little bit of love. And look, let's hope they keep it up this week against the Seahawks. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Friday. Nick Bosa was very honest with his comments about the Eagles game, specifically Jalen Hurts, including telling the Dallas Cowboys to look at the film because the Niners have provided the blueprint to beat Jalen Hurts. If you want to read the quotes, just click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch, our friend Kyle Posey is at it again for Niners Nation. He has multiple film breakdowns on his YouTube channel. If you just type in Kyle Posey, you'll go right there, or click the link in the description, see what we do for you. There's one video called Deebo Samuel, From Decoy to Destroyer of Worlds. So that should give you some idea of what you're in for. One thing you may have missed, it looks like the Ty Davis-Price era isn't quite over in San Francisco. He cleared waivers and was signed back to the team's practice squad. Also, shout out to Logan Ryan, who had been given TDP's number and locker. Ryan decided to step aside. He gave Ty Davis-Price back the number and the locker and picked new ones. Kind of a cool, respectful thing for Logan Ryan to do. But TDP, not done in the Bay Area just yet. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you hit the bell, you'll be notified every time we go live, which is every single weekday for you. Today, I will be live with Michelle Majuk, 9:15 a.m. Pacific time, 12:15 Eastern time. We'll preview Seahawks Niners from a betting and fantasy perspective. Also, take any questions you might have. So come, join us. Maybe have a mimosa like Michelle will. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.